Another day, another waifu to be talked about. Or in this case, we need to give out some awards because it's about time we do the first annual, yearly, thickest waifu of the year awards. Honestly, we need to do this because no one else is doing it, so I'm doing it. Anyway, this is literally a show where we talk about who is the thickest waifu that come out of this year. And you know, there's a lot of them, but I think we can make something out of this. So how this is gonna work is basically I pick the thickest waifu that I think is really good, or the sexiest. I don't really care. I call this the thickest, but it's really gonna be the sexiest. But I don't care. It just had more impact if it is the thickest. But we're gonna find the thickest waifu of this year and literally give them a top 5 listing of who I think deserves to be number 1. And the way this list will go is if a show already existed and there is no, and even though the show might have another season, they will not be on this list unless they were having a new character in that series. Then they could be on this list. But other than that, that won't be happening here. So if there's a new character in the old series, I will put them on this list if they were introduced this year. If they're just from the old series and no new characters, not this year, but mainly everything will be focused around new anime and new characters, alright? So that's how this listing will go. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and announce these awards. Also, this video was sponsored by Macan, because this is the reason why I'm like, yes, let's make a thick award video, because, you know, that, look at it, look, just look. Easy reason why we're making this video. So thanks to Macan for giving me this idea. Also, side note, and I don't understand why I'm bringing this up now, but I'm just gonna bring it up because, you know, I've been gone for 2 weeks and no one has informed me that Belle Delphine actually showed her boobs. Like, look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm an ex-simp, but when I had that knowledge of hearing that she actually showed her boob with like no censor, actually showed it and not a fake, no one wanted to tell me about this. Nobody at all. Nobody wanted to tell me that Belle showed it off, and you kept silent from me from 2 weeks. Are you serious? You know what? You know what's gonna happen now? I'm gonna fold you, and then I'm gonna fold everything else in your life. I'm gonna fold your parents, I'm gonna fold your pets, I'm gonna fold your house, I'm gonna fold everything that you ever have because you didn't tell me! So yeah, please expect some folding to happen soon. Anyway, let's really get into this list. First, we gotta talk about number 5, and that's gonna have to go down to Lisa from Fire Force. Now, it was kinda close between the necromancy chick and the other girl that beat the hell out of Juggernaut, but considering that she is pretty much dead now, I'm like, you know what, let's go ahead and pretty much just get Lisa, because she's the only new person in the show this year. So let's just talk about Lisa. Now, there's not really too much to talk about when it comes to Lisa, except that she was like taken in by Dr. Giovanni and then became this like spy to figure out what's going wrong with the Amaterasu big volcano canister nuclear power plant looking thing, and pretty much became the villain, but not really, and then just got turned over to a good guy. Now they're just at the Fire Force station just chilling, and so she has a little bit of a thing there with Dr. Giovanni where she's not 100% okay, but you know, she's doing better. Honestly, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Lisa deserves to be on this list. I'm not gonna lie. Have you seen this woman in scenes? Like, pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. Good job. And one major thing that's really kind of just like, you know, she deserves to be on this list is because, one, she's been through a hard time, and then 2, also the time when Shinra and Iris were like trying to poke like Lisa's boobs. I'm not gonna lie, that was like, okay, yeah, we know she's fine, we know. I'm pretty sure everybody that's seen her wants to take her out to a nice lunch, you know. Everybody wants to like take her out to a nice lunch before they get to business. So number 4 would have to go down to Yuzaki, actually. She's not. I wouldn't say she's thick. Her mom is. She deserves to be on this list a lot more. But I'm just gonna put Yuzaki on here because she's the shining star. So Yuzaki definitely has made an impact this year, especially with pissing off everybody ever, and also just being the lovable, annoying person that she is. Obviously, why I haven't watched the show and why I see why a lot of people do not watch it because how annoying she is. I don't personally mind it, but I just haven't watched it because I'm just like, it's kind of boring to me because I'm not a slice of life person. So when the show was on, I didn't watch it, but all the other stuff and all the other memes and content that came out with her, absolutely was a part of it, absolutely liked it. And Yuzaki deserves to be on this list amazingly. Not because she's thick, but more so because she's packing some major chest teeth. Like, she has chest teeth for days. So, honestly, I don't see how she wouldn't be on this list. There is no way in the world that she couldn't be on this list. She has to be. She just has to be on this list. So, when it really comes down to it, obviously we know a lot of things about Yuzaki, and I'm not going to go back all over the stuff that we had to deal with. There's plenty of videos where I made talking about this and talking about her situations. That Yuzaki's still lit, still an adult. An adult, not a child, because the internet's stupid. But Yuzaki is a nice 19 college teenage, kind of teenage, about to be adult. College student, really nice, really packing heat there, and obviously deserves to be on this thick award list. So yes, Yuzaki definitely walking home with awards today as number 4. Number 3 would have to go to Safi from Monster Girl Doctor. Now, I haven't finished watching Monster Girl Doctor all the way, but I've seen enough to know that Safi totally just deserves to be on this list. Well, majorly because she is actually thick, especially since she's a snake and she has a big snake tail. Look at that back side of her tail. You can totally tell she's gonna start slapping people like she's Mia. So obviously, I feel like Safi really does deserve to be on this list. Also, she is really playful. If you've seen a lot of episodes where she's chilling with Dr. Glenn, you will totally tell that she's really playful and a really nice person to be around at times. So and she can box. That's a lot more than a lot of other waifus in shows like this that can't box for whatever reason. So obviously, I did want to put Safi on this list because not only is she a thick waifu, even though the anime she's in is not too important, but she's maybe a thick waifu, but at least she can throw hands, and that's more than anybody ever that comes out in this type of series. So absolutely just wanted to put Safi on this list, and that's kind of like a personal pick for me. You might disagree, but I don't care. Anyway, on to the next one, which is number 2. And I'm not gonna lie to you. It has to be Metari. Has to be. I don't care. Metari, I wanted her to be she's just perfect. There's nothing I can really explain when it comes to Metari. Metari is just too goated. Look, how much I like Metari. Her egg laying skills, nice. Her bird wings, nice. The way that she just likes to smile, nice. The whole episode where they try to experiment on her with a doll, nice. Like everything about Metari was absolutely great and grand, honestly, and absolutely she deserves to be on this list. So I'm not going to get too into it with Metari because you guys know this thing with me and Metari. So I'm just going to go ahead and say Metari is that chick. She deserves to be really waifu of the year, to be honest. But absolutely number 2, and she was originally gonna be number 1, but is beaten out by someone else that everyone just loved. And before we get to the number 1 spot, we have to give the nominees out for the thickest gaming waifu of the year, which this is probably just gonna be a one-time thing on this list, okay? Alright, so the nominee comes from the game, obviously, Genshin Impact. And the nominees are Xinyan, Mona Magistus, Noelle, and Barbara. And the number 1 person that's going home with the award has to be Mona Magistus. And the number 1 pick that has to be the thickest waifu in all of anime this year has to go to Miruko from My Hero Academia. I mean, honestly, if Miruko wasn't like number one, then something is definitely wrong here. Now, obviously, there's tons of thick My Hero chicks in the series. Look at them. Here's a few. And, you know, I could even go ahead and throw Ryukyu on this list, mainly because of that dragon form, because that is quite huge. But if we're talking about the one that has the most blow up, and really I can even throw in like Burning too, because, you know, Burning is nice. But as much as I like Burning, everybody likes Miruko. Everybody, even I. So I can't even throw shade even if I wanted to. And with the stuff that she had did in the previous chapters leading up to where we are now, honestly, yeah, she deserves to be number one. She put in so far, before it got to where it is now, she put in a lot of work. She puts in a ton of work. Maybe it's a bit, she is a risk taker, and that's what she has done, and obviously you see the shape she's in now. But she's done her job. She's absolutely a great type of hero, and obviously she wanted to do what she could to get the job done, but you know, stuff backfires. Anyway, another thing about Miruko that kind of like has to put her number one is the obvious thick thighs. Even Horikoshi made like this picture and then just like, yeah, let's celebrate Miruko's thick thighs together. Let's celebrate this dark-skinned rabbit together. Like, absolutely. Obviously, this man just likes Miruko just like we do. And I'm probably the only one that's gonna say this, and just because I'm somewhat horrified of Miruko. But, and don't get me wrong, I think strong women are absolutely fine, but here, I mean, don't get me wrong, I respect I like the one made off of Uzumade, and I like Maki. Both of them are really good, but I'm not gonna lie, I feel like if you were to try to take Miruko to the bedroom, she's gonna try to get on you, and she's gonna be the aggressor. Just look, she looks like she would do something like that. That's just me. Personally, I don't want to get women handled like that. So let's not go there. But you may like it, and you know, that's you, but that's just not me today. That's just not me. And that's the end of the list right here. The thickest waifu awards. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you can agree with some of the places here. And you know, hopefully you had a good time. And we'll be doing this next year. Let's just hope next year we have more of a competition than not having less anime to look at this year because of the ongoing BS that's happening. But hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. You can also follow me on Twitter, and if you'd like to donate to the channel, you could also donate via Cash App below. All the links are in the description. And until then, this is your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.
Play my big, get big as the Apple time, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix.